Now, on Good Morning Northwest, a Spokane County sergeant just weeks from retirement dies in the line of duty. What we know about the crash that killed him and how the city and county are honoring Sergeant Kenneth Salas.
It is going to be a hot start to your week. How long you'll have to deal with these conditions before we get a break in my forecast.
And President Trump prepares to host Vladimir Putin in Alaska this Friday, the first time the Russian leader visits America in nearly a decade. The question now, where does Ukraine fit in? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant is on assignment. It is Monday, August 11th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray, kicking off our Monday with this first alert forecast.
And it is going to be a hot one. We got heat advisories in effect today and tomorrow for almost the entirety of the inland Northwest. Some of our higher elevation valleys, such as around the Okanagan Highlands, Ferry County, and the Camas Prairie. The only area is not under a heat advisory, and still it is going to be quite warm by the standards of those parts of our region as well for the next couple of days. It is quite warm this morning. We're down to about 67 in Spokane, and that is where we are going to bottom out this morning. A little bit cooler on the north side of the Rathdrum Prairie, out of the Coeur d'Alene Airport, 62 right now, 61 in Pullman, mid-50s in Colville, but still considerably warmer than we have been recently, and that will continue into this afternoon. We were about 93 in the Spokane area yesterday. I'm expecting us to get up to around 95, so regardless, that'll keep us even a little bit warmer around lunchtime as well. Upper 80s to right around 90 degrees for the early lunch hour. Winds are going to be very light out of the west, and that will just make things quite still and quite stuffy as well. Once again, those middle and even in a few places upper 90s coming in for the second half of the day. There are going to be some changes to cooler weather as we head into midweek, but that comes with some fire danger and a lot more ups and downs in your forecast we'll talk about coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Driving around Spokane today, you may notice flags lowered at half-staff. It is to honor a Spokane County Sheriff Sergeant killed in the line of duty over the weekend. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown ordered flags at all city buildings lowered through today to pay tribute to Sergeant Kenneth Salas. Sergeant Salas was outside of his cruiser helping remove hay bales from eastbound I-90 near 4 Lakes Saturday morning. He died from his injuries. The 59-year-old had been working in law enforcement in Spokane County for the past 34 years. He was set to retire at the end of September. According to the Sheriff's Office website, this is its first line of duty death in the Spokane County Sheriff's Office since 2003. Our Madeline Mullins visited a memorial for Sergeant Salas.
Here at the Law Enforcement Memorial, people stop by to honor the life of Sergeant Kenneth Salas.
Can't work somewhere for 34 years without influencing thousands of people.
One woman I spoke to tells me Salas was a friend to everyone. He was someone you could lean on, and as a law enforcement officer, he was a protector. His co-workers remember him as someone who showed up for others.
He showed up day after day for 34 years serving this community. And today, he ended up having to pay a price that no one should have to pay just by doing what was right and stopping to help somebody.
Sergeant Salas began his career in law enforcement as a Spokane County Corrections Officer. He later joined the Sheriff's Office as a patrol deputy.
Him and I spent a lot of times out on traffic collisions and reconstructing them and investigating them. And Ken always was there for his men and women that served with him.
Salas not only served the Spokane community, but the country as well, spending over 2 decades in the United States Air Force.
Ken he lost his life doing what he signed up to do in being a law enforcement officer in our community.
Law enforcement agencies all across the state have been posting to social media honoring Salas's life.
It's a tough day for our community and for law enforcement.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it is working with the Behind the Badge Foundation as well as the Salas family to make funeral arrangements. And if you'd like to honor Sergeant Salas, you can do so here at the Law Enforcement Memorial. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Besides ordering flags lowered, Mayor Lisa Brown released a statement on Sergeant Salas's passing, saying, "We are deeply saddened by the loss of Sergeant Salas, who was killed while serving our community. The city of Spokane extends its deepest sympathies to his family, friends, and colleagues with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office." And this tragedy is a reminder of how important it is to secure all the belongings in your vehicle before you get underway. A Washington State Patrol says incidents like this were responsible for more than 300 crashes and 32 injuries last year. If your load is not secure, fines can range anywhere from $50,000 to $5,000 if anyone gets hurt. Drivers can even face criminal charges. We don't know about that in this case quite yet. And as Madeline mentioned, Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles says the department is in the process of making arrangements for Sergeant Salas and will release more information as it becomes available. And when we learn those details, you can find them on KXLY.com. In other news this morning, President Trump is preparing for a summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin here in the United States. But there's a big question hanging over it. Will Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky be at the table? And Trump says he and Putin will meet in Alaska this Friday. This is the first time the Russian leader will visit the U.S. in nearly a decade. European leaders are already warning that the path to peace in Ukraine cannot be decided without Ukraine. The U.S. ambassador to NATO says there is still a chance Zelensky can take part.
There can't be a deal that everybody that's involved in it doesn't agree to. And, I mean, obviously, it's a high priority to get this war to end.
But Zelensky says Russia hasn't made a single real move toward peace, and that is why he is pushing for tougher sanctions. The summit will happen without new U.S. sanctions and without a ceasefire commitment from Putin. It is 6:06. Let's check in again with Matt. And wow, what a morning. It feels kind of warm out there.
Yeah, it is a little warm, and that's going to be the theme here of, well, not just a little warm, but quite hot. Hey, really nice full moon we saw this weekend.
Yeah.
Still almost full over the skies here, and a beautiful sunrise coming up behind some of the high clouds here this morning over Spokane. That sun is going to be baking today. We'll talk about how your afternoon's going to go coming up.
We are live this morning at the new Spokane Valley Dave and Buster's. We're giving you a behind-the-scenes look of all the fun that you can have here. It opens today. Well, it's coming up here a little later on Good Morning Northwest.
Oh, nice shot. Also ahead, a Gaza journalist's final social media post warned that history would remember those who stood by. Hours later, he was dead in an Israeli airstrike that killed 6 reporters. What we know about that right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day, science that matters.
We invite you to Mr. Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at MrQuad.com.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing, plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Chevrolet, together let's drive.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Moo Fitness.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering. and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. In Gaza City, a deadly Israeli strike late Sunday night killed 6 journalists, including 4 from Al Jazeera, among them Anas al-Sharif. The Israeli military accused him of leading a Hamas cell, a claim he denied, saying his only mission was to report the truth from the ground. Moments before his death, al-Sharif warned on social media that Gaza's people were being silenced and history would remember those who stood by. The United Nations has recently condemned threats against him. Al-Sharif leaves behind a wife, 2 children, and a final message urging others not to be silenced. Vice President J.D. Vance is lashing out at critics upset with the Trump administration's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Yesterday, Vance spoke on Fox News defending the administration's approach. Then he criticized Democrats for failing to act when they held the White House. Vance said Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration. The vice president's comments come as public pressure grows to unseal documents in the case. President Donald Trump tapped State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce to serve as the next U.S. Deputy Representative to the United Nations. Bruce was previously a conservative commentator and television personality before joining the Trump administration. The Senate must still confirm her nomination. Visitors to the White House will no longer see the official portrait of President Barack Obama. That is because it was recently moved from the entryway to a far less visible location at the top of a restricted staircase. The area is rarely seen by the public. Portraits of Presidents George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush have also been moved to that same area. Sources say President Trump personally directs nearly all White House decor decisions.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Better stay cool out there. We've got a heat wave. It'll ramp up here through Wednesday, today and Tuesday. Both seeing lots of upper 90s out there.
We are in the middle of fire season here in the Inland Northwest, and Spokane County Fire District 10 reminds you about the importance of having a home fire escape plan. The department says it's important for you and your family to map out at least 2 ways out of every room in case of a fire emergency. You should also designate a safe meeting spot outside. Also, regularly test your smoke alarms and make sure everyone in the home knows how to respond when they go off. It is now 6:12. We are in for a few hot days, then a cool down. Matt's full forecast is about 5 minutes away. And are you ready to have some fun? A new spot in Spokane Valley opens today. It's ready to welcome your whole family. We're giving you a sneak peek at the new Dave & Buster's right after this.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
This Labor Day, More Furniture is making it easier than ever to get that premium mattress you've been craving. Choose from premium brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and get 72 months interest-free financing. That's 72 equal monthly payments, no interest, and no money down. Plus free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. Celebrate Labor Day with comfort, savings, and service you won't find anywhere else. More Furniture, Labor Day done right.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, it's helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
After a car wreck, big insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you. That's why it's critical to call us as soon as possible.
With Craig Swap & Associates, we make sure the process is fair for you.
I knew I really needed help after my accident, so I called Craig Swap & Associates. They not only fought for me, but treated me fairly every step of the way.
The sooner you call us, the faster we can make things right. One call, that's all.
Call the 9s, 509-999-9999.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
4 News Now brings you an aerial postcard from Bayview, Idaho.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back at 6:16. The wait is finally over. The new Dave & Buster's in Spokane Valley opens today. It's located on East Mansfield, right next to the Spokane Valley Mall. Natalie Grant is live there this morning. All right, you got some pretty good shots going on there.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun out here. We're at the new Dave & Buster's right here in Spokane Valley, right behind the Spokane Valley Mall, opening today. 10 a.m. is when they're opening. There's already people lining up outside the door, so if you want to come and check it out, definitely the day to do so. I'm back here with Dasha Olvera here this morning, who is a general manager and is telling us all about this new Dave & Buster's location. So just such exciting, a lot of excitement for the opening day. And this is a big thing to bring into our community. Can you just talk about the impact this has had in our community? Lots of jobs here.
Lots of jobs, yeah. So we hired over 160 hourly team members.
Wow.
And then also my management team is 7.
Oh,
so 4 of them are actually locals, and then 3 of us moved in.
That's so great, and there's lots of fun games. We're playing some fair games this morning, so you can get your fair skills in before.
Get that little nostalgic feel, you know?
Absolutely. So there's something for everybody here, which is kind of fun, like that. All ages.
Absolutely. Even for the little ones, you know, some of them are just too tall for them, but most of the time, you know, they just like the lights.
Yeah.
And that's the amazing part.
And you have another deal going on later this week, too, or I guess every week on Wednesdays.
Every week, every Wednesday, we do have half-price games. So the same amount that you would normally get will last you twice as long, which is a great day to come in.
That is awesome. So again, today, opening day, 10 a.m. out here at the Spokane Valley Dave & Buster's, right behind the Spokane Valley Mall on Mansfield Avenue here. Opens at 10 a.m. Goes hours open today until midnight?
Until midnight.
Until midnight. So you got all day to come out here and check it out. And if you want to go online, buy some passes, tickets, whatever, reserve tables, we'll have that up on KXLY.com. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll be back with some food that you can try here in just a little bit on Good Morning Northwest.
What? Food?
Okay.
It's breakfast time.
Yeah, give me a breakfast sandwich or a...
Yeah, there's a lot of bacon that she showed us earlier. That burger had so much bacon.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to stick around for that because I think food might be a good selling point over there.
Definitely. Air conditioning would be a pretty good selling point to bring anybody in.
Yeah,
too.
well, you could see cool, dark, overstimulating noises. Not a bad day to spend a hot day. That is for sure. And yesterday, boy, we really started to feel the heat. You know, so far here in the month of August, we've spent our days mostly below average. It was a very cool, comfortable week last week. Not so much for this week. We are going to flip to the other side of things and I guess flip over to the other side of the grill almost as we continue to see the next 3 days more temperatures in the 90s. And take a look at this. Yeah, for Monday, today, up into the mid-90s. We'll see some middle and upper 90s. Then on Tuesday looks like our hottest day. Our average is this white line here, which is beginning to dip into the mid-80s here now as we approach the middle of August. We'll still be up around 90 degrees for Wednesday, but it will be notably cooler outside. And then by Thursday, oh yeah, going to be feeling very nice in the low 80s, similar to what we've seen over the past several days or so. Mid 90s, as I mentioned, for this afternoon. There will be a few spots in the upper 90s, especially as you get down into the bottom of the valley in the I-90 corridor or along Trent this afternoon. Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, 100s, 104 in the LC Valley. We'll even see mid-90s in Bonners Ferry, typically one of our cooler spots. Omak going to avoid 100 today, but we're going to be very, very close. A little bit of wind out of the north, rising the fire danger, but also likely keeping our temperatures just slightly cooler for the afternoon hour. So please be careful with these hot temperatures, as we have we got a little bit of a break almost from fire season over the last about 10 days or so. We got to get back into that mode once again. Warm temperatures again overnight, only in the upper 60s at best around parts of Spokane. So all that heat is building and building over the course of the days, and especially if you have no AC or you have limited AC, that becomes a real problem because it starts to affect you even if you don't really realize it. There's nothing worse than being able to have a really hot sleep. So find some ways to cool down at some point over the course of the next couple of days. We are going to have a natural cool down for the middle of this week, but the rain stays away at least until we get to the end of this week. And yes, we do have a chance for rain. It is wonderful to see as we see cool conditions roll in for your Friday and into Saturday. So got a chance of rain. We'll keep an eye on that as we head through the week as well. Time for your pet of the week.
Our pet of the week is a young mama cat that was surrendered with all of her kittens. Fortunately for these little ones, Mama is able to stay with them until they are old enough to find homes of their own. These babies are just a few of the many kittens that are still arriving at companions. If you're looking for a feline to join your family, stop by and see who is available for adoption. If you cannot adopt right now, but would like to help the ones who are waiting for their forever homes, consider attending this year's annual auction event, Tales of Twilight, Saturday, September 6th at Companions Animal Center. You'll be able to meet all the animals who are available for adoption then, too. To purchase one of the remaining tickets, just visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Oh, cuties. It's now 6:22. In just the first inning of yesterday's game against the Tampa Bay Rays, Cal Raleigh hit home run 45 for the season, putting him only 4 homers away from breaking yet another record in his record-breaking season. We'll tell you the record in question and highlights from the rest of yesterday's Ends game next in Morning Sports. Glad you're with us. We'll be back with more Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
If you're looking for a great deal on quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection to choose from, then you need to come down to Findlay Honda, Spokane.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
During the final days of the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary. Find high-end sofas at unbelievable prices and laid-back sectionals with modern lines. Contemporary counter-height dining to versatile minimalist functionality. Affordable beds in planked chestnut and timeless warm brown elegance. Buy one, get 50% off the second with our Denver mattress lineup or score 60 months, no interest. The back-to-school sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
If you haven't been to the Northwest Granite and Cabinet Store in the Valley, then you are missing out on your home's possibilities. From exotic, beautiful countertops to all wood functional cabinets and a ton of flooring choices, Northwest Granite and More can help you transform any room in your home into a masterpiece. So, if you have a project coming up, stop by Northwest Granite and More today, where your wishes become reality.
You don't need deep pockets to clean deep. Woo! With new Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Free and Clear Laundry Detergent. Our most powerful free and clear formula. Skin safe certified 100%.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Cal blisters this out to right field. He has homered.
Well, that was the sweet sound of Cal Raleigh's 45th home run this season. He's now just 3 shy of hitting the most home runs by a catcher in MLB history. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. There was no shortage of MVP chants in T-Mobile Park this weekend, with Raleigh hitting a home run in every game against the Rays in this series. His 45th of the season coming in the opening frame, sharp to right field and then into the stands. The 2-run homer gives the Mariners a nice cushion just 7 pitches in. First inning fire continues. Gino Suarez hits a ground ball towards center field, batting in 2 Mariners. Seattle makes it 4-0 in the first without any outs, but 4-0 quickly turns 4-3. Ha-Sung Kim at bat for the Rays. That's his solo homer for Tampa Bay and their 3rd run of the afternoon. The Mariners went 5 scoreless innings before Josh Naylor secured this nice insurance home run in the 7th. Seattle takes the series sweep against the Rays. The final score 6-3, and in a wild turn of events now, the Mariners, who were 5 games behind the Astros just 10 days ago, now after the win yesterday, they've caught up to Houston, just a half game back from the lead in the division. The Mariners are now on a 7-game win streak as they head to Baltimore for a series that begins tomorrow at 3:35. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
It is now 6:26. Idaho National Guard troops deploy for immigration duties as critics warn of escalating tensions. The debate dividing states across the nation just ahead. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a warning about counterfeit life jackets.
People buy something called a life jacket, but you can really end up getting a life jacket that is not going to provide the buoyancy and the life-saving that it needs.
The U.S. Coast Guard approves life jackets. The agency allows manufacturers to submit their products to certified testing labs to make sure that they meet certain specifications. If the jacket is approved, it will have a U.S. Coast Guard approved label and number listed. UL Solutions is one of only 2 labs in the world approved to test life jackets.
Our experience is that 30% of the flotation devices that are brought to our labs do not pass those initial tests.
And coming up at 7 a.m., I'm taking you inside the testing process.
Let's go on.
With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
I've always known how to fix things, but with psoriatic arthritis, my body felt broken.
Mornings were a nightmare.
But it's not going to control me anymore. With Bimzelx, I can't wait to say, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx can deliver transformative relief of joint pain and stiffness. It's fast and lasting.
I'm back to what moves me.
I'm back to reaching for new heights.
Less fatigue for some, 0 swollen joints, and 100% clear skin for most.
I'm back to what inspires me.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say, I'm back.
Ask your doctor about Bimzelx.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Sandpoint Furniture.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Wait.
We invite you to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mistaqua.com.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
You want to challenge me right now at Ziggy's?
Oh, yeah. What are we doing? Playing a game?
Alphabet game. Air conditioners, brass fittings, cabinets, drills, extension cords. You can get anything you need at Ziggy's. Ziggy's got it all. Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicks off this half hour with some stories people are reading about online this morning. 2 microchip giants, NVIDIA and Advanced Micro Devices, have agreed to pay the federal government 15% of their revenues from semiconductor sales to China. That's according to the Financial Times. In exchange, the 2 companies will obtain export licenses to sell NVIDIA's H20 chips and AMD's M1308 chips in China. The Financial Times also reports China wants the United States to ease export restrictions on a key component for artificial intelligence chips. The Internal Revenue Service has started sharing sensitive taxpayer data with immigration authorities searching for undocumented migrants. The shared records include names, addresses, and tax data of immigrants. The information will help the Department of Homeland Security track down people it says are already facing deportation orders and are under federal criminal investigation. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant is on assignment. We'll see her in just a bit. It is Monday, August 11th, and meteorologist Matt Gray standing by with our first alert forecast.
And it is going to be a hot one today. We're already well into the 60s. We'll see our temperatures get up into the 90s fairly quickly. And, you know, we've only had about 4 or 5 days this year that have been as hot as what we're going to see this afternoon. Middle and upper 90s for the second half of the day around the inland Northwest. And that includes some temperatures in the upper 90s from downtown Spokane into the valley, Meade, 9 Mile Falls into the Deer Park area, about 97 to 98 degrees. We'll see slightly cooler weather along the Rafted Prairie and the West Plains, but it is going to be hot today. It was already feeling hot yesterday, so we're just stacking that on top of it. A heat advisory in effect. No surprise there. It goes through Tuesday, so we've got more hot weather coming up for at least the next 48 hours. So we'll talk about what you can expect the next couple of afternoons and when this heat finally breaks coming up.
Matt, thanks. Idaho State Police looking into a deadly crash that happened around 2:45 Sunday afternoon on Highway 41 near milepost 18, just south of Spirit Lake. Troopers say a silver Ford F-250 was headed north when it crossed the center line, slamming into a black Ford F-350 that was pulling a trailer. The 21-year-old driver of the F-250 from Priest River was not wearing a seatbelt and died at the scene. The other driver, a 62-year-old from Florida, was rushed to the hospital. Investigators think alcohol may have played a role. The highway was shut down for about 2.5 hours. Troopers are still working to figure out what exactly happened. A woman died in a crash near Rosalia yesterday afternoon. The Whitman County Sheriff's Office says the driver lost control on Thorn Creek Road north of St. John's around 4:30, hit a drain pipe, sending the vehicle airborne. 2 of the 4 passengers were airlifted to Sacred Heart, but 50-year-old Sonia Leas died on the way. The Sheriff's Office is investigating the cause of that crash. Idaho is joining other Republican states in sending National Guard troops to help ICE. Governor Brad Little says the Guard will handle administrative work so ICE agents can focus on enforcement. Under a Trump administration order, Idaho is one of 20 states calling on 1,700 troops. In Idaho, that means about 14 troops will be involved. Critics say this is government overreach, and some, like Washington Governor Bob Ferguson, say using the Guard this way could increase tension and violence. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is hiring people over the age of 40. Homeland Security says it needs thousands more deportation agents. So it is removing previous age restrictions and opening its doors to applicants of all ages, including seniors. The agency's requirement website features Uncle Sam with a tagline that says, "America has been invaded by criminals and predators. We need you to get them out." Homeland Security says 80,000 people have already signed up. Our time is now 6:35. We want to bring Matt Gray back into the fold, talking about that beautiful sunrise this morning.
Exactly. It is quite beautiful, and then it's going to turn to like we're sitting inside an Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? You felt it if you were outside yesterday afternoon. We're going to feel it even more today as we head through a little heat wave here in the inland Northwest. Your forecast coming up shortly.
From groceries to gas, more people are tapping their phones instead of swiping cards. But if your phone is lost or stolen, how safe is your money? Consumer Reports has the simple tips you should take to help protect your cash.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
It's Saturday morning. The sun is out and you're back at it. Well, you're trying to be anyway.
Oh, third time's the charm.
You're hustling, mowing, and trimming lawns for $25 a yard. Respect. But why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza. The staff here is so friendly.
It's the best in the Northwest.
It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
The central dog wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
My car's a big investment for me, and so if I want it done right, I take it to Car Wash Plaza for the touchless wash.
Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Moo Fitness.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trenchless sewer repair. So if you want plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap & Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Relax with the summer of me.
Oh, isn't this wonderful?
Watch The Summer of Me over the air on MeTV 4.2.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back. It's now 6:38. From groceries to gas, more people are tapping their phones instead of swiping their cards to pay. But what happens if that phone goes missing or falls into the wrong hands? This morning, we are teaming up with Consumer Reports to show you how to protect your money when using a digital wallet. Here's Natalie with our story.
Digital wallets are fast, convenient, and increasingly common.
I can just take it anywhere, whether it's on my phone or on my watch. I know that I always have something to pay with.
But not everyone's on board.
I feel more secure, or just go the old-fashioned ways, use cash.
And while opinions differ, there's no question that these digital wallets are starting to catch on. A 2024 Consumer Reports found that 75% of Americans say they use these digital wallets, and 4 out of 10 of those people say they use one at least once a week. But don't let that convenience cost you.
If someone gets into your digital wallet, they could access your money within seconds. That's why it's so important to add every layer of protection that you can.
Consumer Reports says make sure your digital wallet is locked. Set it so you need a face scan, fingerprint, or passcode to make a payment. Not all apps do this by default, so you may need to turn that feature on. If your phone goes missing, make sure it can be found remotely so you can erase all your data before someone else gets to it. On an iPhone, go to Settings, tap your name, then Find My, and make sure the Find My iPhone is on. If you have an Android phone, it's called Find My Device. Just sign in with your Google account and it's enabled automatically. And watch out for scams. They're on the rise.
Scams involving digital wallet payment apps have become a serious problem. Some consumers have lost thousands of dollars. So it's important to stay vigilant to avoid becoming a victim.
To lower your risk, turn on transaction alerts for every purchase and make it a habit to check your bank and card balances regularly. That way you can catch anything unusual right away and protect your money.
Consumer Reports also recommend setting up recurring payments through your bank, not a digital wallet. If there is an issue with the app, you could miss a payment and get hit with late fees.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Stay cool out there. Got a heat wave through at least Wednesday. We'll see temperatures in the 90s and very warm overnights as well.
Yeah, hot and calm here, but the Midwest is dealing with severe weather, heavy rain, strong winds, and flash flood warnings. Officials in those states are urging people to stay safe and avoid flooded roads. Wisconsin getting hit the hardest. Wow. Well, this morning, a warning about a scam that could cost you your home without you even knowing it. It's called deed theft, and it's already happening across the country. In Queens, New York, one woman in hospice became a target. Scammers posed as family friends, forging documents and using face notarizations to take over her home.
She could not even turn in bed or feed herself or hold a pen.
They even paid off the mortgage and liens, and he found out that when a letter arrived welcoming someone else to their new home. Those suspects are now the first charged under a new law in New York cracking down on deed theft. It's now 6:41. Let's check in again live with Natalie. Check it out, Dave & Buster's.
Good morning, guys. We're still out here at Dave & Buster's playing lots of games here. Of course, the grand opening later today. We are working up quite an appetite all the way to the top there. We'll check in with some foods that you can get while you check out all these games coming right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Let's do it.
August 28th through September 1st, the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park returns to beautiful Riverfront Park. Free admission, 65 food booths, 300 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, and 88 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim, Sammy Eubanks, Tone Loc, the Blues Beatles from Brazil, Atomic Punk's Van Halen tribute, and BCDC's AC/DC tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 28th through September 1st, attend the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Hi, I'm Matt Gray with 4 News Now. For families with young children, here are some tips that can teach them about money and how it works.
Use a glass jar for each account so kids can see how their allowance can grow. 70% can go into the savings jar, 20% towards a spending jar, and 10% could be used for gifting to a charity or a person in need. Using coins or dollar bills, talk with your young child about how to set up accounts to help them manage their money.
There are lots of great ways to teach your kids about money. For more tips, go to becu.org.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Joyce Beach.
Joyce is a tireless leader at the Cusick Food Pantry, guiding a team of volunteers and dedicating her own time and resources to feed people in her community.
It's good for the soul. You're doing something for somebody else and you're expecting nothing in return. Greet everybody with a smile. Glad you're here.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. the courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
It's now 6:44. There is a new spot in Spokane Valley that is full of indoor family fun. Dave & Buster's opens today. It's located on East Mansfield, right across from the Spokane Valley Mall. Our Natalie Grant is live there this morning, showing us a behind the scenes at the food and the fun. And here's the food again. Different food.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. We are here at the Dave & Buster's, opening up a little later this morning at 10 a.m. is when those doors open for the grand opening here. Yeah, lots of excitement around this store. And not just games that we have going on here at Dave & Buster's. We also have lots of food. We're back here with Dasha this morning, who's the general manager. And we talked about the bacon burger a little earlier, but we've added some friends to the table.
Yes, you know, you can't have just the burger.
Yeah, no.
We got a little appetizer going on. That's our game day grub. Okay. So you got pretzel dogs, you've got sliders and wings, and you get to choose the sauce. So if you don't like spicy, you don't have to go buffalo. I'm a buffalo fan,
me
fanatic.
too.
And then also for dessert, we have a s'mores cheesecake. It's a great one to share because it is very rich.
This looks unreal.
It is.
Of course,
it actually is.
Beers, cocktails, happy hour specials. And you mentioned game day. You guys have no shortage of screens in
We
here.
do not. And this guy right behind us, it's our 40-foot wall. And the amazing thing about it is basically it's just a million tiny pixels that will make however many TVs we would like. I think at max it will go with 12 all at the same time.
Okay.
So yes, there's no shortage of a watch experience with us.
Play some games, watch some games, eat food, drinks.
You can make a whole day out of it.
For sure, for everyone in the family too. So you guys are opening up at 10 o'clock today.
Yes.
Are you excited for the grand opening?
We're so excited. It's been great hiring and training the team, but we're also at heart operators. So all this admin, you know, we're ready to just unlock those doors and see some smiling faces.
And we already have some people lining up outside. I mean, that's got to just build that excitement.
Oh, it absolutely does. And the folks outside right now, first in line, they're actually our super fans. They even have a business card made. They go to every opening, every relaunch. We love Madame Miranda. They're wonderful.
Oh my gosh, they're so much fun. Well, again, today, 10 a.m. is when the doors open here in Spokane Valley. We're right on Mansfield Avenue, so just across from the Spokane Valley Mall. And if you want to get tickets or anything, we'll have all those details on our website, KXLY.com. But thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll send things back to you in studio.
Super fans. Wow. Love that.
That place is going to be hopping this week.
Hey, you know where it was hopping? Was down at Pullman, WSU move-in time. Oh, wow. Toasty for those folks doing it yesterday.
Yeah, needed to grab the Powerade, the hydration, because, man, the heat really was cranking up there. So if you're hoping for some more fall-like weather for the start of the fall semester, you're going to have to wait a few days as we continue to see some pretty warm overnight temperatures, even in Pullman, where right now it is 61 degrees. We are usually very solidly in the 50s on the Palouse in the mornings, and definitely starting to feel the effects of that building heat across the inland northwest. 67 right now in Spokane. We're at 62 in Coeur d'Alene. Feeling a little nicer there. Look at Moses Lake. 75 already today. Same with the Omak area. We're going to be in the low 100s in many parts of the Columbia Basin, from the Grand Coulee Dam down across Grant County to the Tri-Cities and in the LC Valley as well. We'll be in the upper 90s, Winthrop and Omak. A little bit of wind out of the north down the Okanagan River today. Going to rise the fire danger up quite a bit, so be careful out there. But will likely keep us from hitting 100 degrees at least for today. Even some places that normally stay on the cool side, like Bonners Ferry, going to be up around 95 today. Pullman hits that as well. Overall, the heat risk for today is a level 2 out of 4. And with the building heat continuing for tonight and tomorrow, with it's not cooling down much, we'll go from a 2 to a 3 here. So basically, the long story short is the longer these heat waves go on, the more that heat is going to affect you because you're taking in that cumulative exposure day after day after day, especially if you work outside. So, hey, take care of yourself because as we get into Tuesday afternoon, it is going to be even hotter. We go up a degree or 2 for Spokane, for Coeur d'Alene, and then more 100s spreading further across the Columbia Basin. Pullman at 96, St. Mary's hits 97. We'll be, once again, in the mid-90s, even in our cooler communities, such as Kellogg, Colville, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry. Our overnight temperatures tonight, as I mentioned, not going to help us out because they're going to be fairly warm, and you can see that upper 60s at best for most areas, and we're going to struggle to get below 70 in many areas. So when you look at the overall trend here, you can see by Thursday, by Friday, our lows start to go down and our highs will drop even more dramatically than what you see here. We'll have our highs only in the 70s by the time we get to Friday, with a chance for a little bit of rain Friday night into Saturday morning. So this isn't going to last long, but it is going to be quite a doozy. We'll be on the lookout for some gusty winds on Wednesday as well.
Wow. All right, Matt, thank you so much. It is now 10 minutes before the hour. We have your morning sprint coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Monday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Roofs by Premier.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for Best in Class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Why service your car at Coeur d'Alene Nissan? Because we make it easy. With express service and advanced diagnostics, we get you in, out, and back on the road fast. We service all makes and models, and our friendly, knowledgeable parts team has you covered with the right part when you need it. Plus, get extra care with our free services, alignment checks, multi-point inspection, and complimentary hand car wash. Give us a call, schedule online for fast, friendly, trusted service at Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy one night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. It's going to be a hot day ahead. Meteorologist Matt Gray brings the heat in your forecast, and it's all fun and games and food at Dave & Buster's grand opening. Natalie Grant is right in the middle of the action. But first, if you are driving around Spokane today, you may notice flags lowered to half staff. It's to honor a Spokane County Sheriff's Sergeant killed in the line of duty over the weekend. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown ordered flags at all city buildings lowered through today to pay tribute to Sergeant Kenneth Salas. Sergeant Salas was outside of his cruiser helping remove hay bales from eastbound I-90 near 4 Lakes Saturday morning when a motorcyclist tried to avoid the scene. He tried laying down the motorcycle, but it ran into the sergeant. he died from his injuries. The 59-year-old had been working in law enforcement in Spokane County for the last 34 years. He was set to retire at the end of September. For updates on the sheriff sergeant's arrangements, you can find those details on KXLY.com.
It is going to be a hot one today. Draw the shades, turn on all the fans. Try and find a way to stay cool today. Temperatures will be in the 90s very quickly, right around noon. And then we're going to see our temperatures up into the middle and upper 90s for the afternoon. We're going to be even just a degree or two hotter tomorrow before the heat starts to break midweek.
Idaho State Police looking into a deadly crash that happened yesterday afternoon on Highway 41 near milepost 18, just south of Spirit Lake. Troopers say a silver Ford F-250 was headed north when it crossed the center line, slamming into a black Ford F-350 that was pulling a trailer. The 21-year-old driver of the F-250 from Priest River was not wearing his seatbelt and died at the scene. The other driver, a 62-year-old from Florida, was rushed to the hospital. Investigators think alcohol may have played a role. A woman died in a crash near Rosalia yesterday afternoon. The Whitman County Sheriff's Office says the driver lost control on Thorn Creek Road north of St. John's about 4:30, hit a drain pipe, sending the vehicle airborne. 2 of the 4 passengers were airlifted to Sacred Heart, but 50-year-old Sonia Leas died on the way. The Sheriff's Office is investigating the cause of that crash. We have a traffic alert that may impact your day to tell you about. Anyone driving on I-90 between Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene should expect delays. Crews are beginning a 4-year construction project on the freeway. Take a look at the map. This is where crews will begin to widen I-90 between Highway 41 and Highway 95. Work will take place Mondays through Fridays. The project should be done in 2029.
This morning, we have been live out here at the new Dave & Buster's location in Spokane Valley. It's opening, its grand opening today is at 10 a.m. They're opening today from 10 until midnight. Come on over here. It's right next to the Spokane Valley Mall on Mansfield Avenue. They have more than 100 games, lots of food, drinks, lots of TVs for everyone. Every member of your family can find something fun here to do, so make sure to come on out and celebrate their grand opening. The first 100 people in the doors get unlimited arcade game play all day. So if you're looking for something fun to do today, this is a great option.
The Internal Revenue Service has started sharing sensitive taxpayer data with immigration authorities searching for undocumented migrants. The shared records include names, addresses, and tax data of immigrants. The information will help the Department of Homeland Security track down people it says are already facing deportation orders and are under federal criminal investigation. Idaho is joining other Republican states in sending National Guard troops to help ICE. Governor Brad Little says the Guard will handle administrative work so ICE agents can focus on enforcement. Under a Trump administration order, Idaho is one of 20 states calling on 1,700 troops. In Idaho, that means about 14 troops will be involved. Critics say this is government overreach. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is hiring people over the age of 40. Homeland Security says it needs thousands more deportation agents. So it is removing previous age restrictions and opening its doors to applicants of all ages, including seniors. The agency's recruitment website features Uncle Sam with a tagline that says, "America has been invaded by criminals and predators. We need you to get them out." Homeland Security says 80,000 people have already signed up. For updates on what this means for enforcement, tune in to Good Morning America right after our newscast. And we'll be back with the final check of weather with meteorologist Matt Gray right after this.
Check engine light on? Brake squeaking? Don't guess. Just bring it in to Perfection Tire.
Complete service and certified technicians. We can fix it. And right now, save big with rebates on select Cooper tires.
Nobody beats perfection.
So, Scott, obviously the shed builders have been busy.
Yes, they have. We have sheds for days. Whether it be 8 foot wide and 4 feet deep to 10 foot wide and 20 feet deep, we have the shed size to take care of you.
Built in Post Falls?
Yes, right here in Post Falls.
And then you guys deliver?
We do deliver. And the great thing is that if we can't deliver, we can also build your shed on site.
What if I have too much stuff? Can you sell some of that for me?
I cannot.
Dang it. Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Move Fitness.
From tires to tune-ups, Perfection Tire is your one-stop shop.
And right now, save big with rebates on select Cooper tires.
Quality you can trust at our lowest prices. Nobody beats perfection.
Oh, and it's looking hot already out there as we get our Monday started. We started to see those 90s come back into the forecast yesterday. Things are going to get even hotter the next 2 days. 95 today, 96 tomorrow around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll start to cool off Wednesday, but see some gusty winds. Fire danger will rise for about a day or so. And then some much needed wet weather and much needed cooler temperatures by the time we get to the end of the week, at the start of the weekend.
Matt, thank you so much, and thank you for watching Good Morning Northwest. To get your week started, we'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts in just a bit.